Good
Hello.
evening, everyone, and welcome to the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly
Hello
show.
there, guys.
Oh,
It's
dear
all
me.
good to see yous.
How are we, gents?
I'm not too bad. It's good. Just sat down here, multitasking. So on the show tonight, and I'm actually watching the Arsenal and PSV game in the Champions League.
I was wondering why your phone was shaking so much.
What it is, because I'm on my phone, I'm holding my phone, and suddenly I just get like my arm seizes. I think it's like fucking rigor mortis or something. It kicks into my elbow, and I got to like shake it, like so, you know.
Let's hope you ain't doing that with your plastering, mate. You look like fucking Artex on the fucking wall.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. Got that stipple effect.
Flex tape.
Oh, man. How are we, Fuzzy, as well? You all good?
Yeah, doing all good. Not sure about, as per usual, not sure about my club. The big circus tent is
Yeah.
literally, it is exactly that. For those that have seen the picture of this this idea that they've got, it's it some people are quite chuffed with it, but mate, something like that, you might as well stick it up your chuff. To be honest, it's like it's a sort of stadium that's only really ever fit for like a World Cup tournament. If anything, it's just going to be the most non-Manchester United stadium ever.
Yeah, I was watching the interview back with Radcliffe, and he turned around and went, "Oh, it's going to be obviously, as we know, is 100,000 capacity. Is going to be the biggest stadium in the UK. It's going to create 94,000 jobs for people." And he said, "And it's brilliant when England comes here to play football." And I thought, well, they play at fucking Wembley. They ain't going to come to Old Trafford, are they? Did you remember? I don't know if you've seen the interview. Did you actually hear him say that in the interview he was having?
You think yourself, what the?
To be honest, most of what he said, the people that are the biggest critics of this Ineos takeover, they are able to pick apart every single talking point from Jimbo, and so like people can fact check him, people can do all sorts, and it's like it's like how, and I suppose the best person to ask about this is the tune of the people who are at the top of Arsenal's boardroom when they made promises about how great life would be at the Emirates when you guys are still at Highbury. Like, oh, Emirates is going to revolutionise Arsenal and is going to make you competitive. Do you actually get there? And it was all just a myth.
I mean, we just scored. We gone 2-1 up now. So all together now. Come on, Rice, baby. Rice,
See,
Rice,
money well spent. I keep telling you this. Money well spent.
Even
but
better money well spent.
It was set up by Sterling. It was set up by crossed in by Sterling, and hang on, there we go. It's crossed in by Sterling, and it was headed in by Declan Rice, straight down the middle.
Has Sterling landed?
Has the camera gone back to Sterling's eyes? I bet you had his eyes closed when he crossed the ball in.
I think he did, Tom. I think he did.
Let's say hello to the people in the chat as always. Good to have them with us. Good evening, Pepsi. Yeah, he watched the Liverpool game last night. Oh, yeah. Wasn't good, was it? Wasn't good for the. Big up Michael Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm absolutely here for all of these people that are like, why are you talking shit? Your club ain't even in Champions League. You guys are in 14th place. I'm like, but you're still Liverpool, and you still got knocked out of the Champions League at Anfield, and Darwin Noodles has left you all with egg on your face, and Curtis Jones too.
I'm happy with that. I'm with Liverpool. I like an English team to go through, but you think of it, they've been knocked out of the FA Cup by Plymouth. They got knocked out last night by Plymouth Saint Germain, right? So do you know what I mean? So it's
And they could still bottle a 15-point lead in the Premier League to Plymouth.
Liminal. Oh man. Good evening, Stephen. How are you? Good evening, guys. You same, and Sharky. Good evening to yourself, mate. Evening to your lads. Good evening, usual. Rice has scored. Yeah, look, happy Larry. 9-2. Yep, happy days. Good evening, James. Good evening, Tony Fuzz and Anthony. It's all happening. It's all going on. It's all going on.
Hello, James.
Good evening, Colin. I hope you're keeping well. Good evening, Tony Fuzz and Anthony, you wonderful gentlemen. Always a pleasure joining you three. And it's always a pleasure having you and the rest of the people in the chat with us as well.
Big up to you, Colin.
And they're saying hello to everyone. Yeah, this is an interesting one, Michael. Yeah, Somerville out for the rest of the season. And I'm seeing some comments coming through. Apparently, he's refusing to have treatment. How true that is another thing.
I think when a player refuses treatment, if it's obviously it sounds like an injury, but if it's an injury that doesn't feel bad, I mean, you can tell as an individual. Do you know what I mean? How sustained your injury is going to be.
Yeah,
so maybe he just needs to rest and just do like work like training and that sort of thing, and then get back into it. Because do you know what? I rate that guy. I really like. So you know that yourself, Tim. I like Somerville. So
yeah.
You know, I think he knows this, the condition of his injury, and personally, I don't think he knows it's that bad. So he's down to the player if you want him.
Let's hope that is the case, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
So, look, big up to yourself, Matt. Hope you will. Big up to the panel in the chat. And good evening, as always, to Mama Flossie. Hope you will, Mama.
Big up,
Tom,
Mama.
Fuzzy Anthony, and evening to the chat.
Oh, Tom, before you could read that one out, what happened to you last night?
Mate, I thought so.
You could have heard it. But Budgie was fuming. He was going, where's that song? He's a prick. Budge, come on, come down, mate, come down.
I thought my ears were burning as I'm sleeping, mate. I dozed off. I thought so. I get because fucking hell, man. I got home and thought myself, right, knackered as anything. Had a big old long day on training, and I thought, right, get 40 weeks, a little shut eye, no problems at all in that. 3 o'clock in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. What the fuck's going on?
Jeez. Yeah. I'm winding you up. He didn't say that. He called you an asshole, but apart from that was it. So
I'll find that tomorrow, mate, what he's doing there. Phil, good evening to yourself as well. Not refusing treatment, refusing an operation. Thank you very much. I want it to heal naturally. Let's hope so. But the problem with that, sometimes you can have scar tissue, and that's not a good thing as well.
No, but yeah, that's the sort of thing I was trying to say. Like he most probably knows the conditions. And let's be honest, Tim. How many footballers gets injuries? And he sustained a few injuries himself, even when he played for Leeds. So I think he might know the best thing to do.
It's your own body, and that you should know, don't you? But I mean, say you as always, you see the channel. Some of these comments come up on on YouTube, and they say all this stuff. You just don't know, really. Sometimes.
No.
Perhaps he's going, Anthony. Which Madrid do you want Arsenal to play? I want Real just for the star players.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Real would be a better option for us because obviously we can. Like with the players we've got in our squad, we can test ourselves against the very best and see how we are, But I look at it saying, whatever Madrid club I think we're going to play in the next round, I think we're going to lose and I think we're going to go out. So quarterfinal stages, I'm pretty much happy with the quarterfinal stages. I predicted it last year. I predict it this year. It'd be quarterfinals. We won't get past that. It's a shame, really, because I still wanted the league and the FA Cup for this season.
Yeah. This is your last chance, isn't it? So if this goes all peaked on afterwards, isn't it? Does he go? That's the question. He'll be here for next season, as you know. Brendan, good evening to yourself. Good evening, GBU. Sorry I'm late. I was in a Gary Newman Tube-Ray Army rabbit hole. No worries, mate. No worries. It's good to see everyone joining us. Daz, good evening to yourself. Evening all. Michael Chelsea's just a little bit better. Look, Conor Gallagher scored in the first minute. He should have still been at Chelsea, apparently. Jared's asking, good evening to yourself, Jared. How many years do you think it would take for United to recover?
Fucking hundreds. But apart from... Sorry,
Well,
boss.
to be honest, based off of what our ownership says, guys, strap yourselves in. You could be gone for several decades. I'm not even exaggerating. Their words, not ours.
I suppose if you look at it, they're looking at the bigger picture in that respect, because
the bigger picture, all the angriest fans, by the time we'll get to being successful again, they'll all be dead. And we won't have to worry about them anymore.
Bloody hell, boss. Jesus.
The Glazers are trying to outlive. I'm trying to outlive the Glazer out movement by just living for longer.
But the good news is, we reckon that new stadium's going to bring in, is it 7.5 billion a season? That's what we reckon.
Yeah, you'll see the biggest dividends you've ever seen an ownership take ever. Yeah, several £100 million. It's like, oh yeah, thank you very much. We'll take that, and then we'll just load even more debt onto the club.
That's what I'm saying, because when you think about it, I mean, all the staff they've laid off, the fact that they're still going to keep Old Trafford and then build this one virtually next door to it, and they reckon the women's football's going to stay at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, I know they're cutting back on money and this and the other, and then it's a case of they want the government to help fund the bloody stadium as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the 58 are asking about. So, well, we're already pretty much over £1 billion in debt. So, what? We're just going to load even more debt onto the club, are we? Going to take out a loan, several billion to afford the actual project for the stadium.
Great stuff.
Then we'll get into it, and then we'll spend the next 20 or so years paying it off. And it's all got to come from the club accounts as well. No one else can pay it off, just the club. And that means, right, you're more than welcome to write Manchester United Football Club as a competitive club off for the next however many years it takes to fully pay off a stadium. You might as well, unless we can stumble upon like the greatest manager of all time who will work with probably less than a shoestring budget.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Fuzz. You be middle age, I'll be fucking old. Time to be a skeleton. By then, so
He'll be
Probably up in the
getting
corner.
dug up by archaeologists.
Yeah. Look, Todd, they've finally made it. They've done it. They're back to being the old Man United.
That's right. I could picture it
And
further
then-
down the line. Tom's going to ask Fuzzy, so Fuzz, you've moved into your new stadium. Your thoughts on your new stadium? Blow the fucking thing up. Yeah, you know Fuzzy's going to come out and say something.
Yeah, probably. But then again, I
Big
mean,
up Arsenal,
by the
mate.
time the Glazers leave, they'll probably just sell the shares over to one of their kids or grandkids or something.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, do you know what, guys? I'm going to take over Man United, but here's the twist. I'm really a Liverpool fan. That's where you find out just how shite the Glazer bloodline really is.
But
Cleanse the
when you Google, is it Radcliffe? When you Google him, it says on one he's a long supporter of Manchester United, and then when you scroll down, he says he's a long supporter of fucking Chelsea. So which one is it? Is it Man United or Chelsea?
He's a season ticket holder for Chelsea. He never once decided, you know what, I'm going to be a season ticket holder for Man United. No,
So-
never going to do that.
I'm sorry, but the proof's in the pudding.
Never been pictured attending a Manchester United game at Old Trafford as a supporter of the club. Never once. Strange
so
how
he's
he's a
a Chelsea.
boyhood Man United fan.
Yeah.
Right, okay, sure, yeah. We all believe that. And I'm the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
That's both my club and your club. That's based on lies, then, Fuzz.
Yeah.
No. That's all three, mate. All three clubs
Oh.
are based on lies. Don't forget,
True.
we was also sold down the dream with Sullivan, this and the other. You know, we'll be more competitive than that. You know, the seats, you'll be just like at Upton Park. You're going to be right up against pitch side and this and the other. Yeah, one of old shite.
Right.
Nowhere near that. Just from your point of view, Anthony, Real Madrid are 1-0 down at the moment. As you were telling us.
So is that 1-1 then on aggregate? Did Real Madrid win 1-0 last game or 2-1? It was 2-1, I think, and it's 2-2
Yeah,
on
so
aggregate.
it's level at the moment on the top.
Yeah. I'll take any of them, Tone, but I still think no matter who wins that and goes through, we'll lose anyway.
Oh, sorry, that usual not doing well. Another terrible day at Cheltenham, he's saying.
But we are the kings of London.
Oh, help me.
I'm going to get my money back from this top because that's a fucking lie.
The misprint. It's a misprint, actually. It's not Kings of London, it's Kings of Leon.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Arteta's on fire.
That's like the old was it Only Fools and Horses with the tattoo Rooney. James is saying, Anthony, what did you think of Arteta scurrying off like a startled cat when asked if the title charge was over by the press?
A pussy. Man.
What was that all about?
I've been on about this all week, and I'll tell you the truth. Why the hell could you not just answer one plain and simple question? And not just that, just be honest with yourself. Be honest to yourself, to the player, and also mostly to the fans as well.
Mm-hmm.
So why scalp her off like that? The guy's a pussy. And I'll tell you what, he's so arrogant, is unreal. But trouble is, though, do you know when it turns around and says, and think about this now, what I'm going to say. Do you know that he got rid of Aubameyang and all these players that had attitudes? So with him walking off, that wasn't an attitude then, was it? So it makes it makes you think he's got an attitude. It's all right for him to have an attitude, but when you've got top quality players that comes with a bit of attitude and a bit of personality, he doesn't like it. But I'll be honest with you, Tom, that's a little bollocks in my book. I can't stand people like that. I hate them with a passion.
It is, mate.
Like
it's the arrogance and it's the
syndrome.
ignorance, and also it's the, as you said, it's the downright disrespect more than anything else as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And just grab hold of your bollocks and say this is how it is. Unfortunately, we ain't going to win it this year. Be fucking honest with yourself, but to come out with bullshit like he normally does, and like Fuzzy said about being the second coming of Christ. This is what Arteta definitely thinks of himself.
Exactly. Well, you just hit the nail on the head there, Tim, when you said grab you by the bollocks. But I'm not being funny. Yeah, I don't think Arteta's has dropped. So,
or he's got any.
Or he's got any. Yeah, that's a perfect point. Yeah.
Man. Good evening, Ray. Hope you well. Good to see you and all. Sorry, then, mate. Usual, I did think of you and better days ahead. Naft. Yeah, not to go and somewhere on the betting. Mama saying, make sure to hit the likes, please. Thank you very much, Mama, as always. But at least he's got 2 days to go, so hopefully he might get some money back. Phil saying, fuck me, I thought West Ham fans were gloomy. No, mate. Welcome to the Gloom Fest. you know, with Man United, we know obviously Fuzzy's not exactly been shy when it comes to what the Glazers and Ineos are doing. Anthony's not shy to talk about Arteta and saying what an old shite he is as well. And yeah, we were shite on Monday, really. Apparently, he had some chances, but not to what I could see anyway. The only kind of thing that was contentious out of it was the Isaac push on Kilman for them to get the goal.
Yes, I did see that. In all fairness, I was chatting about bits of the game last night on Buzz's show, and he thinks you're a prick, by the way, Tom. Did I say that? And but I was watching the game, and obviously, you know, I was watching your watch along because you had it was you and Mama as well. So that's multitasking, if you ask me, right? And then there's a couple of things I've noticed in that game. One of them, I thought West Ham was too defensive. So, you know, because obviously they weren't breaking much forward.
Yeah.
And the other thing as well, I thought both teams was poor, but especially in that Newcastle team, you can tell they're missing Anthony Gordon because he makes a difference out there on the left. And as you know, Newcastle, they've got the final this weekend against Liverpool. And even though I'm rooting for Newcastle, by the way, but I mean, I think they'll be up for it more than what Liverpool will be. But you can tell that with Gordon not playing, that's a big piece missing out of the puzzle with him not playing out there on the wide left. So hopefully they can.
I get what you're saying on that, but you've got to look. Gordon was his own worst enemy. If he wasn't so stupid in the first place, he would still be on the park. He wouldn't be having the suspension. It was his own stupidity that caused it in the first place, really.
That's right, yeah. And apparently, I've read it, he's out to the middle of April with his suspension. So, yeah. So this is what I've read. I'm only going on what I've read. Apparently, he's not due back until April.
Hopefully, Mama will tell us a bit more on that anyway.
Yeah.
Arsenal Manic saying is it me or does Sterling seem out of shape?
Oh, he was out of shape years ago.
Not that wage he's got. He ain't out of shape with that one, that's for sure.
But Fuzzy's more in shape than Sterling.
Oh,
I think that goes for all three of us, I think.
I'm more sort of Luke Shaw's build.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah, King of Burger King. They changed it from Burger King to Burger Luke.
Burger Luke, Jesus. Tony, what do you think about the Everton game? Well, it's one of those, isn't it? It's the return of the Messiah. Stranger things have happened. I mean, funny for you know, going back on the game Monday, I think you're right what you're saying. It was defensive, and you have got. It seems with Potter sometimes, like, you know, this is a chance to get 3 back-to-back wins.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, with the 2 other games we've played with a bit of more of a purpose, solid as a unit, trying to get the team on the counter, get the goal. But the Newcastle game was completely different, and it seems that's what he does. He gets 2 good games under his belt. The third one, something goes on in his head. And it was one of those, basically. But say, just going back to the Isaac thing with the push and Kilman, it comes down to this inconsistencies with VAR because they never went to it. They never even looked at it.
Yeah.
And you could see from camera angles how blatant it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I you know my opinion on VAR, Tony. I just feel obviously they're making the referee's job easier. Well, they try to make the referee's job easier, but when the decision, if we know the right decision and they give it the wrong call, even though we blame VAR, but to a certain extent we can't help but blame the referees as well. So that's what happens, and this is what I keep saying on shows all the time: is if VAR is wrong and the referee knows that VAR decision is wrong, overturn it. Seriously, overturn it, because I know I would if I was a referee. And I don't care if I'm getting marked or whatever, and I got to tick all the boxes for the. And I think, well, at least I was bloody honest in that game. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that's what it is. So in all fairness, we got to see referees start manning up more. If the VAR is the wrong decision, let them know that they're wrong, because these people that's up in the box half the time we don't even know who they bloody are. We don't see them, and it goes, oh, VAR is calling it, and then we don't see it on the telly anymore. Like the people in the box, like, do you know what I'm saying? So how do we know they've made it the decision in the first place if we can't see it?
True.
You know, so it just proves it's just basically he's just on crap decisions at the end of the day.
Just
So-
on crack.
That's what I thought he said first of all.
Yeah,
He's on crack as well.
yeah, it's crap decision made from people that's on crack. There we go. That's better.
Well, we was watching. You know, we was doing the watch along Monday, and you know this. And there's another new face as a referee in that. No idea who the bloody bloke was. And yeah, wasn't his best game, that's for sure. Stephen saying on the West Ham front, I'm really disappointed that Guillaume hasn't played. I think he'll be something special.
It's coot in a mosque. It's coot in a mosque.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. We, you know, we paid 25 million for this kid. You know, obviously 19 now, I think it is. And I wouldn't even say he's played a bit part. You know, it's literally like if you add it all together, it's like a 5-minute wonder, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe they're waiting until, you know, the next season, but surely we should see, especially now when you've only got 10 games left, give the kid a chance. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
You know, whet the appetite for next season, so we've got an idea of what we're looking at. The only thing that was good to see on Monday was Antonio walk out on the pitch and say hello to the fans. So that was quite a nice touch to see him actually doing that at least.
Yeah, he's back in training now, so I've read in that. And
Yeah. He's been back for a month or so. Been putting the work in. He went to Dubai like your boys did, and then came back.
he came
It's
back.
crazy.
Yeah. When do you reckon he'll feature, Tone? Do you reckon he'll feature most probably the last maybe 4-5 games of the season, maybe? Or
Well, they're saying the last game of the season, but knowing him to push himself as much as he's done, I'm thinking he wants to come back earlier. But we have to talk sense here. You know, you can't just because he wants to. It's also making sure it's right, because the one thing we don't want to do because of the age factor is do something. Put me in it with go. Well, lucky enough, he's not managed by Arteta, because knowing that fucker, he'll have one anyway now.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. I mean, one of our players could be in the hospital tonight with open heart surgery and say, look, can you hurry up because he's got a game Saturday? I was like, what?
It's funny. I saw somebody on the timeline say that this Mikel Antonio guy, he almost died, and he's still getting back to the football pitch before Luke Shaw does.
Yeah.
How is this possible?
You know why that is? Because Luke Shaw, he don't watch the Rocky films, does he? With all the training and getting back into it and God knows what else.
He watches the Rocky Road films and gets hungry again.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, Arsenal Manic saying, always felt Forteta was a sissy. Just that all the bizarre practices he's got the players doing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Jared saying Arteta is a dictator, and the usual saying that also so is Moyes. And Jared follows up with Arteta is deluded in his mind. He's already done it all. And that's a great way. Yeah. That's a great way of saying it. Phil saying Arteta equals a Spanish waiter.
Yeah.
Good evening, Rich. I hope you well. Even also happy to he's got his season ticket. So he's got it for the new Bramley dock.
Well done, Rich.
Yeah, well done, Rich. That must be great. Where did you get that, Richo? What stand you in? Are you in the good seats or are you up in the gods? Let us know. Good evening, Joanne. Hope you well. Hello, boys. Michael Chelsea. Do the West Ham player ratings, Tom. Yeah. That's it. Done. Good evening, Raoul. Hope you're keeping well. Newcastle should have won easy against you lot. Definitely, you should have done, mate. We weren't exactly great. We weren't at the races, that's for sure. Totally agree on that comment. Thanks for coming, mate. It's good to see you.
Shouldn't have been at the races. You should have been at the football match.
That's where we went wrong.
You're probably at the races gambling away. Meanwhile, Paqueta would be. I know that for a fact, but everybody else should be at a football pitch.
Yes.
Okay, you see that? It's the second day of Cheltenham today, and guess what? Within 2 days, I'm going to say it quietly because I've won £200 within the today and yesterday in total races. So I'm
£200.
You're going to suddenly hear their feet come down the stairs. 200 quid.
Yeah. 200 quid? Where are we going? What? Oh, yeah. I'll treat you for a bag of chips around a chippy. How's that?
I'll make them the most expensive chippies you've ever
Joe saying the Madrid match is good. Yes, Daz, we weren't great at all as we was dog shot, that's for sure. Yeah. Richo must be buzzing getting that season ticket.
Yeah. So I just want to say a shout out because I've been in obviously watching and I got to say James from E20 he's been streaming all this week about Cheltenham.
Yes, seen that. Yeah, fair play to him.
I've been multi-task because my boss is away on work, so we're taking it sort of steady, and all that, plodding on working. And I've been watching him, and I've been putting in the comments as well, and that. And if he's on the show on Sunday, he's great. A horse letting down, so I'm just gonna. I got something planned for Sunday if he comes on. Put it that way. He'll love it. He would absolutely love it, James.
Fair play, mate. We'll look forward to that one. Good evening, JB. Hope you well, mate. Yeah, that's put it nicely. Usually, yeah, not wrong there. Arsenal Manic saying, why does Arteta run away from the slightest criticism?
Because he's a coward and he's an asshole,
he's a bitch.
And a bitch. All the words Go on, Tom.
He hasn't got a Scooby Doo. That's what it is.
Yeah, he hasn't got a Scooby Doo. He's immature. He's a child. Still, he's got a lot of growing up to do.
Definitely that. Good evening, old man. Hope you're keeping well. Claire Bolden has improved Newcastle, definitely. Claire,
is that Fuzzy with his glasses on? Remember when he had his glasses on the shoe? He's looking for them. He's got them. He's found them. Here he is. There he is, all banker. You do realise someone's taking a screenshot of that now, and they're going to put it in there, and he's going to.
It's the person that makes all of those accounts, right? A huge amount of accounts where they're just photoshopping our faces using AI morphs and stuff. That person hasn't been around for a while. I've not noticed them around for ages.
True.
I might have made a photo morph with the wrong person. They got taken care of by some G-men.
Joe's saying, hang on, talking about burgers, got a joke for you. I pinched from my friend. So it is Arteta walks into Burger King and asks for 2 Whoppers. The man at the counter says, okay, you'll win the league and you'll win the Champions League. That's superb. Jared's saying he's heard that Arteta flashed his car keys in some fans' faces, laughing and boasting about how much money he has.
Oh, he's a prick. He is not worth £15 million a year, let alone 15 fucking grand a year.
Well, as I said there, look, if it is true, and that he is a total wanker, that's for sure.
He is a prick. I'm just so happy we've got this director in now, this Herbert. And I tell you what, I'll be honest with you, Tim. From what I've read, this guy don't take no messing about, which I personally think is good. I reckon this is why Arteta's in a strop, because apparently Josh Kroenke was at the Emirates and he totally ignored Mikel Arteta. He just literally walked straight past him. So I think he's thinking now his job, it might be on thin ice, because I'm not going to say he's going to win the league this season, but it's more than likely Arteta will be our manager next season as well. If he don't deliver next season by getting these so-called players that he needs in, and we get them, he's gone.
He's got to be gone. I
Yeah.
think the main thing when you look at it, you're seeing a lot of the cracks starting to appear now, even more.
Yeah.
He said. I think if they don't see anything next season, he's got to be gone. Big up to Lee of the Arsenal Alliance. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well.
Yeah. Big up Flip Flop.
You're brilliant. Collins, Anthony, mate. How did you do at Cheltenham today? He had 2 winners, 2 seconds. One was 50-2. Winner had £15 to win on that. Jazzy Matty.
Jazzy Matty. Yeah, I didn't have that one. My missus had that one, and she was happy because that was the only horse that come in for her. And I was like, "Oh, come on, then, show me what you won. Show me what you won." And she won about fucking £4.50. I was like, "Well, that's shit." So I don't know how much money she. I reckon she's doing something stupid like 50p each ways or something. So
safe bets, as they say. Good evening to Queen of the Toon. Someone mentioned crack the same.
Yes.
Fuzzy started that off.
Brendan saying, did I read cries out for the season? He really is Cornet Mark II. Yes, Brendan, you have heard right. Yeah, and Stephen's alluding to that as well. Old man saying, Antonio training on a driver awareness course.
Oh,
Jeez.
God. Trouble is, though, it's spiteful, but it's something like that. Everybody, all the jokes do come out of it.
Of course they are. Oh, look, Richard's he's got the northwest corner, north stand in the upper tier. Well done, mate.
I got past that stadium, the new Everton. I think I showed you the picture, didn't I, Tom? When we went to my missus got family in Liverpool, and as we was boarding onto the train, we was going into the main town, the city centre. I literally seen it. I went, bloody hell, that's a new Everton stadium. So I'm there. The train's going past like in 100 miles per hour, and I'm there going. I looked up. Yeah, I got it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Colin saying, Tony, mate, I never even got to see the game Monday, unfortunately. You didn't miss much, Colin, I'll put that way. Had some problems to sort out. Hope they got all resolved as well. But it was a rubbish game. Yeah, it wasn't great from West Ham at all. Very disappointing in that respects. Still no Howard. Oh. 150 quid, Cheltenham. One big on Sumptown today. Very nice.
Sumptown today, yeah, very nice.
I mean, I saw that thing you put in with our little kind of chat, was it Hot
Fuzz? Not Hot Fuzz, but Hot Fuss. F-U-S-S. And do you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that thing. And my missus did that horse, and I said, I knew straight away, and I thought, why have you done that horse? She went, well, you go on a show with Hot Fuzz. So I was thinking of that sort of thing and all that, and I was thinking, fucking hell. I've seen my dog take my slippers to a different fucking house. Is it your race, Fuzz?
Give it fair, yeah.
Joe said, I found my zest for football again watching this Madrid match. Oh, it's good to hear, Joe, because I know obviously Arsenal have definitely took the tinge off it for you. It wasn't. Is Red Rum racing this week? Red Rum. What was the other one? Oh, no, it's Shergar, wasn't it? That was the horse that
was the old one. I was quite happy. That horse, Constitution Hill, bloody hell, he fell. And James was having it, like, he was betting and he fell. And I turned around, so I messaged on him. I said, here's James. How did Constipation Hill get on?
Constipation Hill. Look, Brendan's beat me to it. Look, Red Rum is going head to head with Shergar tomorrow.
Yeah.
T-Rex. Good evening, Frog. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Hello, evening, fellow depressies. Hope you're all good. Yeah, we're good, mate. Good to see you in here as well.
Welcome to the AA meeting.
Yeah.
We don't look all that depressed, do we?
No. I feel
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. The night is
again.
The night is young.
Yeah,
the night is young. Good evening, Richard. Hope you well, mate. Evening, lads. Late on was watching Repair Shop Arsenal fan was on there with an old cup from his granddad. Could not fix it, so they made him a European trophy. He said, "Wow, never seen one of those."
Oh,
Fucking hell. Great one from Pepsi. My favourite horse was Mr. Ed because he could talk.
fucking hell, Mr. Ed.
Yeah, that's the one. And they say hello to each other as well. Joanne saying nothing would surprise me with Arteta. He's an arrogant prick. I would love to slap him silly. I think there's a few people would love to do that.
Yeah, there's going to be a massive queue.
It'd be like that scene on Airplane, as we said before.
Yeah.
Or the
And
baseball
the lemon comes out of his mouth after it was eggs on there on that film, but his lemons with Arteta. And he go, what?
Okay, now. Well, I like to see him cough up light bulbs myself.
Oh,
Villa
light
apparently
bulbs.
won their according to the usual.
the blow up doll automated pilot is in the form of Saka.
Yeah. Saka and suck off. Yeah, that's the one. Arsenal medic saying it's really not on. We've got full-backs and DMs playing the opposition box. 6 seasons in and still no striker. Should be sacked on the spot.
100% or something, yeah. 100%.
Arteta would never get a job at the Royal Mail because he never delivers. Fun enough, neither do they sometimes.
No.
Good evening, Budgie, and apologies, Budgie. I did doze off and, didn't wake up until 3 a.m. in the morning. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Good evening, Pop Pickers. Pop Pickers, Jesus.
Lying bastards on.
Good evening, Des. Big up, Tony, mate. We'll put my predictions in tomorrow. Thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you.
Yeah.
Joanne saying he needs to go this season, not next. He deserves no more chances. Yeah, he's...
Yeah, but it's obvious he's just going to be there for next season, isn't he? You know, but listen, if I'm not happy with it, you know, but you got to look at it in a way of that. If it is going to be, if he's here next season, he don't deliver. Listen, he'd be gone. So at least there is some light at the end of the tunnel. It's fucking dim, but there is some light.
Yeah, that's because Arteta bought LED bulbs. That's the problem. That's why he likes them at the end. Yeah. Arsenal Medic saying Unai Emery has done a fantastic job. He's made them solid European and respected Premier League side.
Yeah.
The what could have been, Anthony?
It could, yes, this is true. Now I think with all the money that Mikel Arteta has had, I think he would have won us the Premier League and an FA Cup by now. So he would have won 2 trophies. Don't get me wrong, it most probably would have been about, in his 8th season. But I think he could have won more than that, actually, like Carabao Cups and that sort of thing. But, yeah, it is a shame, really. They're not doing too bad in the league. It's just that, obviously, with the Champions League football, I mean, obviously, you know, I feel that they've got a lot of work to do, Aston Villa. So if they can get a few more players in, try and get into that top 4.
I think he's taken them into the right direction, though, isn't it? That's the thing. You know,
Definitely.
there is some boys that haven't worked out.
Yeah.
We can definitely say that. But they are going the right way. That's for sure.
They are, yeah.
Frog to Budgie. Who's a pretty boy then? So Richard's saying, so Ant won £200 then. That's £200 if he misses Kinnear. I see you Saturday night, Ant, around the Pink Elephant for a few beers. You can use your discount in there. Save a few quid.
Piss off. You would never, ever see me in that pub. I'm not saying what sort of pub it is. Live on air.
Ain't the scene from the police academy, is it? Ain't one of those types. The Blue Oyster.
Maybe
The Blue
Oyster.
Shit. I'd like to know which is wearing when he goes in it myself, but there you go.
Well, he has got leathers, I think so. I've been told.
Well, he's got chaps.
Yeah, with the pieces missing.
There's a draft around here.
Yeah.
We're just saying, good to see Antonio at the game on Monday night. Yeah, definitely agree on that. It was a nice touch. West Ham do get it right every now and then, not always. Frog saying still, we can't start averaging 2 shots at goal. We'll be improving apparently. Yeah, it wasn't great. Wasn't great. Again, like you, we're missing a striker as well. And I suppose if you look at it for either Man United, Hoyland.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. You might as well have Earthy on them.
I mean, look, they're just showing you a picture of Saka in there. He looks bored out of his box.
Yeah, I seen him sat in there like.
But
I mean,
he
that's a
was
moustache.
used,
Look at that bloke with the moustache. That's a fucking moustache. I'm sorry, first. I just see this bloke with his fucking rat.
Yeah. Are you seeing? Yeah, that's you.
Oh,
I bet he wishes that Kim Kardashian stuck around.
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, it's true, isn't it? Go and watch the Arsenal match. Champions elect. Jesus Christ. Old man saying, I bet on a weak bladder, you pissed it.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. Usual saying Villa now 2-0 up. Jared's asking the question, after he is sacked, what club do you think Arteta will go to next?
The nightclub.
The
Yeah.
nightclub.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many rumors that we've heard. It could be if Pep has enough. There's a possibility it could be Man City, but that depends if Man City would have him. I can't see it myself. I think it'd be. I reckon he might go back to Spain and manage something like a Valencia, a Villarreal, or you know, a Real Betis type of club. I don't think Barca. I mean, Hansi Flick is doing well at Barcelona at the minute, and he's not that standard. If he can't manage Arsenal, there's nowhere near he can manage Real Madrid. So,
no, exactly. I mean, like, you know, should do what old Lampard's done. Drop down a couple of divisions and that. Learn the trade, improve, and come back into it. So he can go manage Plymouth.
Yeah, I'm all for
that. Joe is saying there is light bulbs at the end of the tunnel. Herb, that's not light. It's an oncoming train, mate. Yes, that old chestnut.
Yeah.
Oh, well, buddy. I'm saying Royal Mail invested £185 million on a new sorting machine. Then they get a guy on a bike to deliver it. And yes, Pepsi, I am not that far off completing the table now. Last time we saw the predictions table, Saka was playing apparently.
No, he's getting mixed up between Saka and Sheridan. So
the last time we saw the table, God said this: "Let there be light, and let us see this fucking table."
It will be. It's nearly completed. I'm nearly up to date. I'm nearly up to scratch. Been some interesting movements, put it that way.
Oh, I don't want to know about these movements, Tim.
Good evening, Budgie. They're saying there. Arsenal saying Potter's criticism a bit harsh. Not had a single summer window yet. And yeah, you're not wrong with their Arsenal Manic. I think it's a case of we just want, as always, it's seeing that consistency in that. I think we're still feeling the effects of Lopetegui. There's no two ways about it. We just want to see not kind of making progress and then stopping, and we want to make consistent progress.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think
he's a good manager. He needs to be given time, and the only reason why I say that is because I think James from E20 he did a short video on Potter, and he got fed up with the some of the West Ham fans saying, "Oh, Potter out, you know, he's no good, this, that, and the other." But just give the guy time. I mean, he's come into a team, it's not his players, but he's trying to get something out of them.
Yeah.
The only thing that I don't agree with, Tim, is why is he playing 5? He normally plays with 5 at the back, I've been noticing, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it works. I think, to be honest with you, with that team, I think a 4-2-3-1 will suit West Ham, and give kudos that. Do you know that free roll or Paqueta? Do you know what I mean? That sort of free roll in the middle. But I think Paqueta, he could do that free roll, can't he? But trouble is, though, is like what I said. It don't look good for him, does it? In a minute, Paqueta, with all this
Yeah, because that's
gambling thing.
apparently the case is coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah.
They've already alluded it's going to be a 3-week case.
Right.
And basically, they literally want to get him banned for life.
I think that's wrong. Apparently, I've been told I was told it was 3 bets, and each bet was about 12 quid in English money. That's £36. So if you compare that to, we don't know how many bets Ivan Toney made, but he was out for a season. So, I don't think it's fair.
I think you're saying 3. We've heard 4, maybe more. It's just a fact of, as you said, I think the FA are trying to make an example, and he's in certain respects the scapegoat for it.
Yeah.
The pink elephant. Apparently, you wear jockey pants in there.
And where's his jockey pants? I don't know what jockey. Is that what jockey wears on horses? I don't know what that means. Well, pants obviously you wear, that's your underwear, but jockey, I didn't get that.
What you fancying for Cheltenham tomorrow? I ain't seen anything of the horse. I've been too bloody.
I haven't.
Too busy.
I haven't looked. I'll be honest with you. I haven't looked at all. So I'll have to look. I'll have to look tomorrow.
Yeah, then I try. I mean, just got so much training on at the moment, and that don't me ask me elbow at the moment. Hence why I was asleep last night. Usually now thrilling up with a Villa.
Oh, I tell you what, they're doing really well, aren't they? They're like a dark horse in this Champions League. I think they can. I reckon they can get to semi-finals. Maybe I don't know. Maybe depending on either. I can't remember if they're on the other side of the table, the format to us.
Yeah,
so
I think they must be. They must be.
They are, yeah, because I reckon.
Yeah, they are.
They are. Yeah. So if that's the case, then can they I think they might get in the semi-finals. Is it something like Borussia Dortmund in the something like that? They can end up getting. But they've got Barcelona on the other side, and Real Madrid is on. I know that because I was watching a show with Jamie Carragher, and he's predicted that the final will be between Real Madrid and Barcelona, with obviously Real Madrid winning the Champions League.
Okay. Did you go around his gaff, or was he around yours?
I think we met in the middle. He was just easy. I would have liked to go around his gaff, but no.
Oh no, they are. I think on. Yeah, no, they are on the same side as you. So they will play PSG in the round of 16, and then could face you in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, well, it looks like Real Madrid have just been given a penalty. Anyway.
No, semi-finals rather.
Semi-finals, yeah.
Yeah, Madrid's got a penalty. Villa don't in this, unknown quantity and nothing to lose. Yeah.
Totally what a goal. PSV has just scored to equalise 2-2. That was a good goal, actually.
Agree, but he's making some mystifying decisions even when he has got it available. Yeah. Then in terms of that, the fave, Manic, it's absolutely ridiculous is saying about it.
And they missed the penalty.
Oh, Jesus. As always. I'll tell you, we'll go to Rangers now. They've been taken over next season. He's played there. Ooh, that's a good shout.
That's not, I was just about to say that's not a bad shape. That's not a bad shape at all.
Right. Yeah. We'd be treated like, then he could definitely be like a god up there then. Pep saying Fuzzy's still rooted at the bottom of the FPL table.
Yeah. I'm sitting at the bottom in style.
Tony's like fourth from bottom, I think, the last time I checked. And the only person that ain't getting his points is Footlock. He's still in his fucking team.
I ain't changed anything, have I? That's the thing.
No.
Arsenal saying Potter doesn't want to leak goals like Loppy. Once you get midfielders and strikers he trusts, he will become even more adventurous. And that's not a bad shout, actually.
Yeah.
I think this is why he's doing 5 and looking for the counter, but it's not exactly working. He does favour 3-5-2 as well, so who knows?
Yeah.
Old man saying Potter can't pick the one thing we're missing in his pace in midfield. Yeah, this is true as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are a bit slow in that respects. Pepsi, the Beefy Boys Burger Restaurant is the only thing I fancy in Cheltenham. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Jesus. Richard's saying, and have you seen the new pictures of Old Trafford development? Looks like fucking Butlins down Minehead, Somerset.
Well, it looks like a
Oh yeah, it's a circus tent.
It looks like a shopping centre, like a mall inside, and then you go up these escalators and it takes you into the stands, into the stadium.
It just saves you walking. That's how kind of posh it is now. You know, you don't have to walk up the stairs. You can be taken up the stairs, you know, to your...
So I think Manchester is coming up now, isn't it? Because I tell you what they'll do round by that stadium. I reckon they'll build up new apartments and all that, and that's they're trying.
Yeah, they're going to build up houses as well, yeah.
Yeah, because I think there is a bit of poverty. You know, obviously certain parts of Manchester, not all, and also it's the same in Liverpool as well. So, I mean, whether Liverpool will want to get a new stadium done, I don't know. But
probably, probably be coming, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So Villa, they've got PSG, they're saying, probably the next round. Yeah, Richard's saying the same thing. Villa will play PSG.
PSG, yeah.
Yeah, but what with Mavropanos and Ings ever going to bring to a game we were chasing? Yeah, nothing at all.
Well, that's why we sold him, Mavropanos.
Oh, there you go. Look, Pepsi saying Arsenal or Madrid versus Villa or PSG in semi.
Yeah. I think, I'll be honest with you, I think Liverpool could have won that game against PSG. They did have the chances there, didn't they, in the first leg? But I think the way Villa's playing, you know what? I fancy a Real Madrid and Villa final. I really do.
That'd be interesting.
Not final, semi-final. Sorry.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah.
Richard said also Arsenal will play one of the Madrid clubs.
Correct.
Yeah, true, Daz. Yeah, next season I think we can judge Potter. I think if we can get his players in, then we can really look at it. You should play. You're saying Club Brugge have had a player sent off within 16 minutes. Bloody hell!
Straight red card.
Arsenal betting. Piss of Arteta 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, penalty we have missed. Old man saying Cheltenham tomorrow. Bet on banana. It's best of the bunch. Is Blackburn still losing? I think we'll find that in a minute. Frog saying as long as it doesn't slip up. I think the last time we've all seen the prediction table, Arsenal last won a trophy.
This is true.
Circus tent that's saying about the Man United new stadium.
Yeah.
Funny that the circus tent for the whole entire circus that tends to play there.
Blackburn still 1-0 down. Thanks for being in the show, Budgie. Got to go, peeps. Don't forget to smash likes, people. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, Budgie. Have a nice one.
Arsenal is saying, I don't think Fortetto will be at Rangers next season. He's probably too big for his boots now. They rolled the red carpet for him and made him the third highest paid manager.
Yeah.
I'm glad Arsenal has put this in here. Raya got chipped because
Did.
I don't know if you noticed with him in a couple of the games and that, he's another one who's getting a bit too cocky in what he does.
Yes. I noticed this a while ago, Tony. And remember when we had Ramsdale and I sort of favoured Ramsdale over Raya. So, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I personally think with Ramsdale, that's the biggest mistake of his career with going to Southampton. or if he would have went there, he should have went there on loan. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I think another Premier League club has snapped him up. Personally, I think he's going to be West Ham. I think Ramsdale will be a West Ham player because you've got the problems between the sticks. I mean, Ariola's been doing not too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has made quite a few errors, hasn't he, Ariola? But
Yeah.
I feel with someone like Ramsdale, if you could sign another one or two defenders next season and concentrate maybe a midfielder, but you definitely need a bloody striker for next season. If you can get 3 players in or 4, I think you'd be all right for next season. But it's like what I said, I can see Ramsdale being a West Ham player next season.
Be interesting. I mean, also like James from E20, he said it. Get old Carl Walker-Reed on a free and all. Take care, buddy. Oh, Sullivan won't allow Potter to get the players he wants. Type poisonous little dwarf. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he's convinced the board enough that they will support him. I think they're quite. I'm only going by what I've heard. They're supposed to be quite pleased with the progress. But if that's the case, back him.
Yeah,
it's the only way we can improve.
And get that bloody owner at the club as well.
Oh, we need that, mate.
Yeah.
We need someone to come in and take over, but at the moment, that's nowhere near. I mean, like I say, we've got a billionaire in Kretinsky, but as we know, he's mainly an investor rather than kind of.
Do you want a family of billionaires, Tony?
Do
you want a family of billionaires?
I'll take it all day long, mate. If that's going to improve the club.
Okay, have the Glazers.
I was going to say, yeah, that's going. Well, I suppose they would snap it up at the end of the day because they don't have to buy the ground.
They could load you with debt. Avram can perm his scrotum-looking face.
Jeez.
Great face. I tell you what, that was a good bloody goal that Sichenko scored tonight. I tell you what, Mikel Arteta will offer him a 3-year contract now.
Yeah, you can see it coming a mile off, can't you?
Yeah, he's coming off now. I think Martinelli. Oh, who was it? Martinelli, Timber. I couldn't see who the third guy was. I couldn't see. So obviously they're making 3 substitutions now, Arsenal straight off.
Odegaard as well.
Odegaard, yeah.
I mean, when you look at Martinelli on the weekend, I mean, that shot he took and went right over into the far corner.
Yeah. He's having he's not having a great season. He hasn't been good for over the last, you might as well say 2 seasons now. He hasn't been great. If we've got to get rid of players like that, I mean, then so be it, to bring fresh people in, and I think we need a striker. Defensively, we're all right, I find, but we're going to struggle in that midfield next season because obviously Jorginho and Partey, they're both leaving on a free look, so we're going to need to replace them.
Hold on, Partey on a free. You could have made money out of him in the summer window.
Exactly. So Partey's now going to be leaving on a free now. So this is what I've been saying, that I've mentioned it on the Sunday night takeaway, and I said it to Jez, funny enough. I said, why is it that when Mikel Arteta brings in a player, whenever we sell them, we can never make money on them? Not even £1 million. We can never make. It's always a loss on players.
Yeah. Just seeing the substitutions are on about and that. Poor old Timber and that. I think he needs to change his socks. He's got fucking holes in them.
Yeah, I think all players do that now for circulation. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
I know the wage bill's high in that, but get a decent pair of socks.
Just do a Jack Grealish and just pretty much
just keep them down, by your ankles.
Yeah. You know what happens, don't you, Tony? In our changing rooms, don't you, before the game? Mikel Arteta says, right, come on then. I want you to cut these lemons. He goes, well, hang on, I'm just cutting these socks first, because is that right?
Oh, man. Matt's going for a 2-1 result for Newcastle with a score prediction.
The final.
Yeah, Mama's thinking the same as well. Frog's saying, if I was on £15 million a year, what my next job is would be the last thing on my mind.
Mm.
Yeah. Pepsi saying Raya should play up top.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, I actually mentioned that on the show a couple of weeks back, didn't I? Just put Rail up front, so that anything could do. I mean, we're playing a defensive midfielder up front.
Yeah.
So, but Kieran Tierney started up front in the attacking three.
What?
Kieran Tierney. So you had Sterling on the right, Kieran Tierney was on the left, and he was up front. Who did we play? Marino. Sterling, Marino, and Kieran Tierney. That was our three. That was our three in attack tonight.
Might as well play Gabrielle up front since she's your top goal scorer.
Yeah. What a joke. Arsenal mate saying, well, exactly, he's not going to be chomping at the bits to fly to the Scottish League and take an 80% pay cut. Mind you, 50 million in it. You ain't got to worry about that, have you, really?
No.
Arsenal triple sub, bringing the big guns now. Yeah, that's it's all about. People saying Stormtroopers get more shots on target than Darwin Núñez.
Yeah, definitely. I tell you what, I do think they'd be great next season, Liverpool. I mean, if Trent Alexander-Arnold goes to Real Madrid, Salah's going to go to over to Saudi. Obviously, the rumor is. I mean, if they can get a decent right back in to replace Trent, okay, fine. But they're on that left-hand side. Back that beginning part of the season, they were after Anthony Gordon from Newcastle. So, in all fairness, where are the goals going to come from? Because don't get me wrong, I like Gordon, I rate him highly, but he doesn't score the amount of goals, obviously, as what Salah does. So
no, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me then if that's the case. You'll see a ramp up either on Kudos or Bowen for Liverpool. Their names have been banded around there before, haven't they?
Could be.
So that'd be interesting, especially where things are with Kudos at the moment. It might be a worthwhile thing.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd go Anthony Gordon. I think
he's happy where he is now, isn't he?
Exactly,
he's settled. He seems settled in. Usher saying Martinelli frustrates me. He needs to kick up the backside. There's no pressure on these players up their game. They will play all the time regardless. Your manager. Your manager at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Big up, Chris. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, same for me as well. Not too bad. Up you are. Newcastle's going to win this weekend. Arsenal aren't winning anything.
We got Chelsea this weekend, and I actually predict a draw in that game. The only reason being is because you think of it, Palmer, he's gone off the boil, hasn't he? Yeah, in the last few games.
I think all players tend to do it like clubs do. You'll see a player dip in form. Some more than most, as you full well know with some of your players, Anthony. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Chris is saying a Spuds reject scored against him tonight. Wasn't his Perisic's career? Finished. True. It was true.
No.
Michael Chell saying, if you want a goalkeeper for West Ham for next season, Tom, then Robert Sanchez is your guy.
Andre Onana.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Pull them all out of the bag. Ray saying about Timber's thing. Pussy socks. Frog saying he'll be wearing crutchless shorts next. Arsenal it's saying, when are we going to graduate from lemons to melons? Jesus.
Oh well, I think we're on a tight budget. With our manager on 15 million a year. So unfortunately, we get our lemon from Aldi. I think it's something like 60p for 4 lemons.
So yeah, melon's a bit too expensive.
Yeah.
Tiddy up front there, yeah. Can't make that shit up. And he's saying Mourinho, Rice, Tierney, they've been playing up front.
Yeah.
Or Teeny. Teeny's been the same. If possible, yeah. Richard saying, and the playoff position is tight in the Championship. Blackburn losing. That's good. Watford winning, though, 2 points behind. We've got top 5 after Friday night. Biard, hopefully can fire us up. Good old Earth.
Yeah. Do you know what? He is a good player, and I feel that he should get more game time. Thing. I can remember we was playing Middlesbrough. We went a goal down, and he ended up scoring, and we won 2-1. He scored both goals. Earthy. So I think if he can get more, he should, in my opinion, he should play every game now, from now to the end of the season, because that's a tidy player there.
Yeah.
So, but I feel that he will play eventually for West Ham, but I think he needs to go out one more season on loan.
Yeah, agree on that as well. Yeah, I think he needs just a little bit more experience, but it's good for him. You know, he's actually starting to get some game time, because I think there was a spell where he was on the bench more than he was on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't care how you win it. If Newcastle can win it by Cook, why not? Michael saying, good luck for Sunday, Mama Flossie. Hope you can win. Can't stand Loserpool.
Make it so that the Carabao Cup is the only trophy they win. That'd be great. And just never win a game again in the Prem.
Virgil isn't going to PSG. That'd be interesting if there's any movement from that point. He's getting on as well now, isn't he? Yeah, like Chris is agreeing with you as well. What you said earlier, Liverpool won't finish top 4 next season. You know, this could be just a one-off wonder.
But even though, I mean, for this manager to do it, and I said it on last week's show, saying for him to win the Premier League under Klopp's team, it makes you think if Klopp's just stayed for one more season, he could have finished on an eye. And then, do you know what I mean? Then left.
We're not being funny, mate. When you think about it, there was a point when it was his last season, Liverpool looked like they was going to be unbeatable. You know, the way they came out the chocks. And it was a case of we were doing it for Klopp. But yeah, the old wheels fell off.
Do it for Kloppy.
Do it for Kloppy. And also, but the wheels fell off rapidly.
Yeah.
And, you know. And he is where he is now.
Dead and buried.
Dead and buried. Is it Red Bull, isn't it? Red Bull or some bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's Red Bull, yeah.
Got to be 2 years, surely. Got to be in it. Brendan's saying Virgil will rejoin Thunderbirds. Virgil will rejoin the $1 million Ted die base.
DiBiase, I think.
DiBiase, yeah, something like that. Chris is saying Virgil will go either Barcelona or Madrid, just watch.
Oh man, VIR, GIL. That's Ted. Yeah, I know where he was coming from. Buzz. He was the bodyguard of the $1 million man.
Yeah.
Oh, but I know something. Perhaps he hasn't given it the old, in the chat.
Yeah. Anthony, do you see our players folding in Spain under pressure, giving the ball away constantly and making fatal errors?
Definitely. I can see it. They're so powerful, Real Madrid. You know, I mean, look at the players and the talent that they've got there. And, you know, we're a team. I can't see us scoring because we're a team without strikers, basically. So the only way that we can do it is actually try and play the game, keep possession, defend well, and, you know, get them on the counter attack. That's the only way that we're going to have a chance against Real Madrid. But we ain't going to have that chance.
Yeah. Usual reckons Van Dijk's off to the Camel League for one last massive pay cut. You mentioned him and Salah going to the same team. That wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, it could happen. I mean, how old is Van Dijk? He's almost 33, isn't he?
Gotta be so. 33, 34. I was saying the so-called Farmers League side outplayed England's best side over 2 legs. This proves the usual top 6 been crap this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. That team that got absolutely battered in Paris is 15 points clear of the next best team.
Wow. That just shows you how bad it is.
And that's a massive gap.
I just think it's a league. I think it's just a league. I mean, look at the way PSG play. Free-flowing, attacking.
Yeah.
It's mobile football. Barcelona when watching them against Benfica. I mean, Benfica were also just free flowing, attacking, don't take no bullshit, just go for the throat. At Barcelona was with a couple of tricky players on the wings and just a sturdy possession based style of play in the middle of the park. I mean, Jesus Christ, imagine if Man City actually played like that.
Yeah.
Use Savinho and just literally, here's your instructions, Savio. Go on the pitch and ruin everybody's life that you come up against. Absolutely ruin them. And he probably would do it with great pleasure. Yeah, you'd absolutely love to do that. I mean, Jack Grealish, came from being, what was it, sort of like a number 8/10 from Aston Villa. Got a little bit of trickery to him. Just got instructed. I'll just play keep ball. Oh, no, now the only thing going for him now is he just draws loads of fouls. But what about his natural talent? What about his raw ability? I mean, Riyad Mahrez had that raw talent, raw ability. And then he turned into a player that is just like, oh, go down the wing, turn around, pass back, or maybe if the shot's on, place it with your left foot.
Yeah.
Mate, give us the Riyad Mahrez of Leicester City that went to the Etihad and absolutely embarrassed them.
Yes.
Give us Premier League football where strikers are actually good at hitting the ball. Defenders are not bozos. Goalkeepers can save shots. Fullbacks that have got a mean cross on them and are encouraged to do so. Midfielders that actually can pass the ball and have insane vision. And, destroyer central defensive midfielders that will break people's ankles if you diss them. Wingers that are the most skillful players that even if it's on the halfway line, they'll do something that gets you out of your seat. Give us that sort of football. Not this systematic, XG, field tilt, guys. We're winning on field tilt.
True. Very true.
Well, Michael Owen, the nail on the head. I think I seen a video of him last week, and when they were chatting to him, he said, "Well, look," he said, "footballers of like years ago, they used to have the pace, the skill, and all this now." He said, "But now," he said, "if you've got a ball," he said, "if you can stop a ball, run with it, and make a pass," he said, "you're in the Premier League." He said, "You're making X amount of £1 million a year." He said, "That's what the world is now come to of football compared from years ago, from the likes of when we had Shearer, Ferdinand, Wright, and the list was endless.
Yeah.
And we had top quality strikers then. What top quality strikers we got now in the English Premier League? Haaland, Isaac. What could you put Ollie Watkins up there?
The fact
I
that
don't know.
Erling Haaland, right, is out and out the best striker in the Premier League. I mean, he doesn't really get played to his strengths, and he doesn't really have or give a very good showing as far as the performance goes over 90 minutes, and yet everyone's just like, but he's still the best striker in the league.
Yeah.
And Jesus, like the standards are on the floor.
It is.
Our footballing used to be conquered by Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo as that sort of rivalry. The best thing we've got now is bloody Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland, and Mbappe's a bit glorified, to be honest. He's a little bit glorified. Yeah, cool. He's relatively talented, but man, that's
Yeah, we haven't got the same caliber, like you said. I mean, fun enough, not football related, but when you think about it, we've got this in with strikers. But you think if you go like into the boxing world, you haven't got many as heavyweights like we used to.
Exactly. Yeah. When there was like champions, because you think of it now, Tone. With the boxing, it's like Tyson Fury. Let's say for figure of speech, have you noticed he's got to fight the same fighter at least 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
You didn't really have that. You had so many top quality athletes years ago. Now
Mm-hmm.
it just didn't make sense. And these boxers are fighting YouTubers in the ring. What's happening?
Yeah.
So Fuzzy, yeah,
Uh,
Fuzzy's going to be fighting Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury in his next fight.
Thing is, right? The worst thing about it, right, is all I need to do is spin a media campaign that makes me look good in training, and then all I gotta do is make it to the boxing ring, and I'll go over before we fight, before we get in the ring. I'll have a meeting with Anthony Joshua as they all do, and I'll just let them know this is how each round is going to go down, right? There's probably Hunter Hurst Helmsley sat in the background as well. It's just like, that's part of the script. Yep, that's all good. And
I am
we'll
the
go out to the
king.
ring and we'll start. But yeah, it's all just scripted, and the fact is, little old me can walk into a ring and look like I can hold my own against the best boxer in the world. But in reality, if you just told the best boxer in the world, don't give a shit about the money side of it, do it because you want to beat the fuck out of somebody, then I'd probably be sent to the emergency room. I'll be sent to A&E and I'll be put on a drip and on a lifeline, on a life support machine. That's it. I ain't coming back out.
Oh, you'd be out for when the new stadium comes up by Old Trafford, Fuzz.
Yeah.
What's it
Come
looking
here.
like, lads? Lads
Full
are shit
growth
on.
beard going on and everything. Like, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
What's Chris saying here? This season, I don't think Liverpool have been amazing. Yeah, well, I think we can all say that one. It comes down to every other club not hitting the top gear. No other club has been majorly consistent this year, and Liverpool have just capitalised on that. So that's good. If that's the case, for me, that's good management skills because, Slot is taking advantage of that if that is the case.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely taking advantage of how shite the league is.
Frog was concerned. He says Fuzzy's been quiet tonight. A bit worried about him, even if he does support Man United. Fuzzy's fine. He's good.
He's fine. Good. He's kind of complex. He's got standards. This guy. Not only does he, Fuzzy, look like Jimmy Carr, but he actually sounds like Lloyd Grossman. I was thinking that earlier tonight. Well, who lives in a house like this? The Einsteins. Yeah. The picture of Tom Hag on the wall. Tom, it's over to you.
Rich saying Plymouth won the Dockers derby against Plymouth. Fans clashing. They had no posts. Bloody hell. Yeah, I just see that early on, that miss that Sterling had. 2 years. 2 yards and 4 years.
4 yards.
We're joking. We know. Daz saying, do you think Paqueta and Kudos will go in the summer? If we need to free up funds, then no now ball, Daz, we'd probably do that. If the money's right, I think if you look at it, we've got to see what this hearing does.
I got asked a question last night. Sorry, Tom. I got asked a question from Budgie last night on his show, and he's saying about Kudos going to Arsenal, but apparently he's going to be anywhere between 80 to 90 million, he reckons.
Excuse me. Well, he has got a release clause in his contract of 85 million. Excuse me. Yeah, he's got a release clause of 85. And the interesting thing was in the summer window, the deadline for anyone to trigger it was the 1st of July. No one coming.
Oh, right. That's most probably because he's too white. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good player, but in all fairness, Tim, do you think he's worth 85, 90 million? Kudos?
Kudos, when he first came in, I'd say yes. The problem is with the Lopetegui thing. You've heard me say it more than one time on this occasion. It was frustration, I think, that overtook him, and the sending off and the way he's been performing lately. The interesting thing was when we played you, he suddenly turned up because he wanted to put himself in the shop window. Other than that, he's been, I'd say okay at best.
Yeah.
Not
I heard a rumour that you might be replacing him with Anthony from Man United. So look at Fuzz's eyes lift then. He was like, "Fuck, what?
Take him. Big up to Ravi as well. Big up, lads. What do you reckon, Arsenal all the way into the UCL? A pig's flying, using Scotland Yard as the third airport. Yes. Usual saying, Paqueta being transferred to Belmarsh FC shortly. Oh, dear. Imagine that.
Might go one step further, tending to Broadmoor FC.
Yeah, God, Jesus. He was rumoured this summer. I can't remember what happened with that move. True. I was somebody saying, why did you sign this player? You now Sterling out of the next game.
Do you know what? I'm going to say because it's Sterling, and I don't want to be clipped when I'm going to say this or anything. And this is the first time I'm going to say, I thought Sterling. I thought he was all right tonight. For what he's put in and created the assisted goal, and he had a few chances on goal tonight. Obviously, he didn't score, but it was a different Sterling tonight than what we've been seeing him. Whether he's playing a full game or coming off the bench, But I thought he put in not a world class performance, but just an average performance tonight.
I think you go looking like this, mate, because obviously this is a very poor PSV performance. The two legs. Probably one where Sterling can put himself out and show his case, but not being funny, it's a one-off.
Yeah. It's like an Ozil, isn't it? Like, you'll have one good game, and his next 4 or 5 games is going to be completely shit. And then he comes back and plays a good game. So,
yeah. Turns up turns up to the occasion when he needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. Someone is saying he's missed from 4 yards, centre of goal, then 2-footed. 2-footed challenge. Just seen that one earlier on the highlights there, and how he got away with that. Yellow card out and out for the next game. Good stuff.
I like that too. You've got to get in, smash into somebody.
Smash in. I mean, he come fucking flying from the other side. He was doing a Marco Boogers, mate. Came flying.
Yeah.
Took him out. Fuzzy agrees. Frog saying been a pretty piss poor Premier League overall this season. Agree on that. Yeah. That's a good one. Usual. The legs 11.
I think that's a Polish league where I don't know if anybody else has seen this clip where somebody takes a shot and it's quite a tame effort, and the goalkeeper runs in and just picks it up and scoops it up. It's like, yeah, don't worry about me. It's all good. And he does a proper Onana moment, and not like Onana actually does this, but I'd assume he probably would. But he basically does the thing where the goalkeeper rolls the ball just in front of him to then go kick it long. Except he's got opponent striker 1, opponent striker 2, both standing there. He's just popped the ball down and he's popped himself away from it. And these strikers look at him and go, I'll take that then. And then he literally turns around, runs at it, kicks it straight into the back of the net. And the goalkeeper's like, what? And it's like, you put the ball on the ground, you
dickhead. Yeah, as soon as you do that, that's it.
What do you mean? But, oh, God. Polish league remains undefeated.
Chris saying, look at our league this year. No team has been consistent except Liverpool. City have fallen off a cliff. Man United, worst ever team. Spurs awful. Chelsea not consistent. Arsenal losing the big matches. True.
I'm gonna let
Lennox
Fuzzy
Lewis.
comment on that one. What's your opinion on that comment, Fuzz?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool. I think Liverpool have not had to play anything special, right? They've not had to play anything special. City are playing, I feel like, outdated tactics. I think Pep's sort of slowed his team down too much, where possession just becomes a nothingness. They need more inspiration in that team. They need to, and this is one of my concerns I had for them. Like, well, pretty much this time last year and the season before that, where I just felt like this team is slowing down and they're getting a bit too slow at times. They need to speed it up a bit or try something different. Man United, definitely the worst team that I think everybody that's got a pulse today has ever seen. But Spurs, yeah. I mean, Daniel Levy's got his Spurs back. He loves this. He's sort of given up on the hope of winning trophies as a Premier League team, so he's probably going to try his hand at getting Spurs to win trophies as a Championship team. He might actually get some credibility that way.
Wow.
Chelsea, I think it's their start of the season was sort of like, it's blemishing a turd. It's painting it golden and then handing it to somebody. And it's just like, if you clap your hands now, you'll see gold dust fly everywhere. And he goes and claps his hands like, that's not fucking gold. That's that shit. Like, yeah, that's what Chelsea is. And then Arsenal, every time Arsenal play, my biggest complaint is that opposition have not stepped up. Because if opposition actually stepped up to Arsenal in every game they've played this season, Arsenal probably sat somewhere around 8th. Some of the performances they put in have been unbelievably bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they get away with it.
Yep.
They get away with it. They get one or two moments, and it's sort of turned into Moments FC. And now they don't have a striker. They're really happy to scrape the bottom of the barrel. And it's a bit like the season under, I think it was David Moyes, or I think other seasons as well, where we do so tremendously bad in the Premier League, playing the European competition. Oh, you look really good there. Well, yes, because the opposition just play so open because they don't really respect you. It's just like, yeah, we'll just play open. Who cares? If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. Yay, great.
Colin saying, Tony, mate, how do you see us doing against Everton? We know Moores will have his team fired up. He would love nothing more than beat us. Yeah. I'll go for a draw in this game. I think we'll cancel each other out. That's for sure.
No, I can't see that thing. I think Moyes is back home now, and look at the difference he's done. Nothing against West Ham. Nothing against West Ham at all, but I feel you look at that striker that you've got up front, because Calvert-Lewin's injured, that better. He couldn't score. The thing is, he couldn't score in a brothel. But in all fairness, you look how Moyes turned his game around. So I think he's doing. I reckon he's doing really well. And I tell you what, I think Everton will do well next season. I think they're short of three or four players, just to sort of like get to that maybe 10th spot, sort of thing. So I think that they'll be there around about like there's probably, when I say top 10, I mean 10th.
Yeah.
But I think it's brilliant. It'd be a close game, but I think it'd be a 2-1 win to Everton. They just edge it. That's all.
Yeah. I get what you're saying on that. And I think going by your earlier comment, you got to think the Friedling group, which are the new owners, they did right by getting Moyes in the first place, and they will support him.
Yeah.
And, it'll be definitely a case of chalk and cheese. It'd be nothing like Deitch when he was in control.
No.
You'll get him out of it. Ray saying, I've got given E20 channel a winner on both days of Cheltenham, although one was at Sedgefield. Tomorrow's tip is coming shortly. Look out for that one from Ray. Arsenal saying Fuzzy versus Julian. I've got Fuzzy to win by a total TKO.
Oh, definitely. Followed by a tea bag in the 10th round. So
Well, mate, this guy's formerly been in the adult industry. He probably knows all about teabagging.
Yeah, it's true. Because I'm looking forward to seeing boxing ladder matches. God, jeez. Rich says you can imagine Fuzzy walking down the ring with a Ric Flair costume on. Woo!
Is that your Ric Flair impression?
That's the one.
you do it, Buzz.
Don't do it too loudly, because otherwise you'll get Wolfgang coming to the chat. It's just like, I heard my calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called?
Something's wrong.
Chris is saying Plymouth Fairs like the arse off. They're a different breed down there.
Pie faces, stuffing his face in the crowd somewhere.
Matt saying Lloyd Fuzzman. That's a great one. Lloyd Fuzzman. You imagine if this person was doing the parody things and that, suddenly putting that up. You're saying Stoke finished 1-0. Wow. Chris saying, I say you lot Hammers sell Kudos and Paqueta. Wouldn't surprise me, mate. Yeah, and take the money and invest in young. Hopefully young, good, talented players.
Yeah.
Which said, Arsenal pay that for Kudos. They love giving West Ham a lot of money for average players. Oof. Average players. Matt saying, Anthony flying it to Stanley, Tony, you can drive him to the stadium. Yeah, not that player, Matt. I'll go on a detour. Not that Antonio, that's for sure. Sterling putting a three-legged greyhound performance. Polish league sponsored by Mr. Sheen. Ravi's got a question for all three. Thoughts on refs VAR not drawing lines on offside goals and just instantly just calling the goal off. Yeah, I mean, it just seems weird, doesn't it? 1 minute you've got lines showing you what they are and that, and then now, nothing.
They didn't do it, and you feel like, are they analysing
Do you
the
reckon they're
situation properly?
using? Do you reckon they're using all semi-automated offsides, but they don't want to show people?
No, I think. Yeah, I mean, if they didn't want these lines, fucking hell, I could let them borrow my fucking Christmas tree. That's as straight as a die, right down to the middle.
Yeah.
They don't want to use lines because David Coote keeps coming into work to see his buddies again.
Jesus, yeah. Get out. Yeah, I mean, again, we all know the inconsistency, that's for sure. Ray saying Sullivan has just put his money where his mouth is and signed Lord Lucan and Shergar. Because it's automated offside. Possibly, yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
It could be. But depends what else it is showing. Colin, thanks for being with us. Been great being with you three tonight. You wonderful gentlemen. Tony, Fuzzy, Anthony. Good night. God bless. Take care. See you next time. Colin,
Colin.
Thank you, mate, as well for being in. Sullivan would have been imperfect in the new Snow White reboot as the eighth dwarf of Wanky. Wanky.
I don't think the capitalist mind of Sullivan would have lasted 5 minutes on set with Rachel Zegler. Her liberal brain would have absolutely imploded. Jesus Christ.
You can picture that now, can't you, Tom? And the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, Sleepy going to Doopy. Oi, Doopy, are you all right? No, he's over here, Wanky. Yeah, you all right?
Oh, man. Everyone say goodbye to Colin as well. Possibly, Daz, I might be doing a watch along. I've got to see what I've got for the weekend coming up. Hopefully, I will do. But I'll post it in as normal if I do it. Yeah.
What day's that to? That Saturday or Sunday you bring?
Just have a quick butcher. Be Saturday, but looks for mate.
It's probably 3 o'clock then or something like that.
Let's have a quick look. Premier League. Yeah, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got Everton, West Ham, Ipswich Forest, City, Brighton, Southampton, Wolves, and then you've got Bournemouth, Brentford for the 5:30 kickoff.
Bournemouth to Brentford. That'd be a good game.
Colin saying, take care, all you wonderful ladies and gentlemen in the chat, and God bless you all. What a lovely family we are. Absolutely, mate. Great, spirit that we've got here with our family. Do appreciate all the comments and everyone being with us. Ravi coming in question. Do you see the Champions League as better football being played than most Premier League games?
I do. Because I think the only reason why I say this, Tony, is because with the European referees, they're much better than the referees we got over here. So I think it takes that standard to the next level. But that's my opinion.
Ray's coming with it. Cheltenham 240 feet of I think it's a down sit. Let's just confirm, is it? Feet of a dancer. That's what. Yeah.
Feet of a dancer. What's the odds on that one, Tim?
Well, just have a quick look. I'm not too sure, mate. Hopefully, Ray will put it in there, or usual will. Yeah, 240 tomorrow. So it's form pretty good by the looks of it.
I mean, one of the horses that ran today and won it, and it was 1-1. Put on a quid to win a quid. I thought, well, what's the fucking point in that?
Yeah, feet of a dancer. Oh, can't get any information on it. You have to sign up for the bloody thing.
How's the Madrid doing, game Fuzz?
Half time of extra time. It's still 1-0 to Atletico Madrid.
Pens, do you reckon it'd be pens?
Probably.
Yeah, Pepsi. Imagine you wrote down, sit down on the betting slip and it won, then told it was void. Dear me. There you go. Each way.
Each way. So if it finishes in the frame, obviously you get something back. So that's a good thing. I just want to say, I know I said his name a few times tonight. I want to congratulate James on E20. He won 77p today on Cheltenham. And he said, you know what? He said, I'm going to go. He said, I might go in the bookies, cash out. He said, and do the world's biggest fucking accumulator for that.
Brilliant. And last one from Ravi before we wrap up. Ravi saying this Atletico really game is spicy, very lively game. Should be good.
If Real Madrid had Sergio Ramos at the back and Cristiano Ronaldo up top, this tie would have been over a long time ago.
Yeah.
Which is saying 3 tips for tomorrow's horses in 240 called V-Neck. Good jumper he is. Other is 310. Dusty Carpet, never been beaten. And 340 called Dinner. He's 12-1.
Fucking hell, Rich. That is all joke, that is. Bloody hell.
Jesus.
Dusty Carpet has never been beaten.
Michael, thanks very much for being with us and that. Appreciate you being in here. Great show, guys, he's saying there. And on that note,
Yours, Michael.
Fuzzy, what have you got coming up? And where can people find you as always?
Currently in my phone.
You're in your phone? Wow.
What the hell was
my
that?
phone's coming up.
Oh, right, okay.
What do you think it was?
Well, it was. I didn't see the side of it. I saw the side of it, but I didn't see sort of like how you angled it. First of all, it was like something coming up. I was like, bloody hell, that's long.
Thanks, Ray, and thanks for the tip as well. Feet of a dancer, guys. So if you ever get the chance to put your bet on tomorrow on that one, I think I have a little punt on that as well.
Feet of a dancer. God, I would like to see the feet of a dancer when they've got trench foot. Try dancing with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow morning, or tomorrow sometime, we'll be doing the preview for the second leg of the Sociedad game, and then the match reaction in that same evening. Hopefully, we are through to the next round, but we can never say never. Well, actually, they're probably favourites, to be honest. Real Sociedad probably come in and bitch slap us for 90 minutes. And we'll probably shit out the most painfully constipated goal and go through off the back of that. And yeah, aside from that, it's on to the weekend, where I can't remember who it is we're playing. Can't remember who it is we're playing, but whoever it is we play on the weekend, we'll have the preview for that on the Friday night. And then, of course, Sunday night takeaway. So things in the pipeline.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Those curtains just moved again, he's saying. Brilliant. Well, I know you're not doing a show with them anymore, so you're going to be somewhere around and about, are you, Anthony?
Well, I don't know, because I got called, obviously, because as you say it, Tim, I'm pouring it about on YouTube. And now, obviously, Jez Collins got that. He's called Arsenal History and Horror.
Oh.
So, obviously, we're just a right pair of forwards. But yeah, you can find me tomorrow. I am on a show tomorrow. I'm on with the Long Air Jetty, and it's just an idea of a show that we've come up with. It's challenge for the second spot. So it's obviously out of Forest and Arsenal. It's going to be interesting because we can actually do that show like through the weeks until we actually get, until anybody, which one of our teams finish second. Personally, I think it'd be Forest, but that's that one. And then on Sunday we got the Sunday night takeaway, so I'll be on that, and also back on here next Wednesday on the good, the bad, the ugly with these pair cocks. So
yeah, I won't tell people what you said first of all in the private chat. Won't use that word.
Oh.
That says no.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was actually bigging you both up. I missed the S on the end.
And for those still in the chat, yes, you'll find me and Budgie on tomorrow night with the West Ham review, and then obviously I possibly may do a watch along. If not, we'll see us back on the Sunday night takeaway. And as Anthony said, we'll be back on Wednesday for the return of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly show. So thanks for hanging around with us, Nat. It's been great talking with you guys in the chat. It's been some good messages and good laughter and banter going on. Thanks for hanging around with us on that, and we will see you next time. If not, enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, everyone.
Come on, you idiots.
Come on, you idiots. Irons.
For the greater good.
For the greater good. I can't believe I crossed my arms then.
Bruce,